Well, hello. Today is Monday, January 9th. It is time for our weekly meeting highlights, and this week it's how to create a weight tracking routine. I think I did pretty good with my weight tracking last week, but the theme for the month, I had it printed off, is the 4 keys to weight loss is the theme for this month. But we always start off with how I did. I told you my first plan for this year is to reach different summits, like I'm climbing a mountain. My first summit is to lose the 17.5 pounds that I gained in 2021. I gained another 17.5 in 2022, but we're working on the first 17.5 right now. I have not set a time limit for it. I am just working a little bit each day to get a little bit closer to that summit of 17.5 pounds. But enough of that. Let's see how I did this week. I was shocked. Let me tell you, shocked beyond belief. I lost 5 pounds for a total of 57.2. What did I do differently? I was sick. I was sick the whole week. But I tracked every single day. I made a menu plan. I somewhat followed the menu plan. Not 100% as far as what I said I was going to eat, but 100% on how many points I said I was going to have each day. I did not have an appetite of any kind. I had taste, which probably made it easier to eat. I never lost my taste or smell. I did get tested for COVID, RSV, and influenza A and B, and they all came back negative because by Thursday, I was feeling so miserable. I finally went to the clinic. Jim and I both went, and we both tested negative. What we just have is the common cold. And I guess it is feed a cold, starve a fever, because as much as I didn't want to eat, I did eat because I wanted to get the right vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff inside my body. And thankfully, I had taste, so I could taste at least what I was eating. But I really tracked really diligently through the week, and it paid off with 5 pounds. I'm not going to lose that every week. That's just, but it's a nice kickstart to my plan to reach that first summit of 17.5 pounds. But let's get started on the meeting today. It's how to create a weight tracking routine. Ever forget to step on the scale? Maybe even on purpose? Yes. I think that in December, I kind of avoided it a couple times, and it didn't pay off. It just, I was going to say it paid off. No, it didn't pay off. But I don't like to define my weight loss, which I convinced myself. I'm not going to let the scale define my weight loss. And you can take that reality either way. I took it to the reality that, well, I don't really care whatever the scale says, but you have to somewhat have a guideline. If you do really well and you don't lose that week, then don't listen to the scale. Just really know that I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything the right way, but for some reason my body just didn't want to release any weight this week. Have that attitude, but don't stop weighing yourself. And I was in denial because I just thought if I don't weigh myself, I'm not going to see the number. And if I don't see the number, then it's not going to really happen. It happens. It just happens. So you do need to do that. Don't love how you feel before, during, or after you weigh yourself. Answer these questions to help you map out a confidence-boosting, progress-fueling action plan. You know what? I actually am feeling a lot better, but it sure doesn't sound like it, does it? My voice sounds really bad, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not at 100%, obviously, but I'm feeling a lot better. Number one, they said, try this. When and how often will you weigh yourself? Ask yourself these questions. Choose a frequency between once a day and once a week. And pick a day and time you can stick with, like first thing in the morning. I am one of these people that cannot weigh myself every day. I need to see something on the scale that's going to show, reward me for my efforts, I guess. And you can have a perfect day today and weigh yourself tomorrow. And no matter, you might have eaten something a little bit higher in sodium and might have a slight gain. That would be enough to psychologically throw my mind off and tell me, you know what, what's the point? So I weigh myself once a week. I weigh myself on Monday mornings at 10:30 in the morning with the same outfit, which is just my pajamas. And the same scale, and the same place on the floor, all the things that, like superstitious. I put the scale on the same side of the floor. I have my same pajamas on that I wore the week before, and I get on the scale at 10:30. And that works for me. When I really follow the plan, it works tremendously for me, like it did this week, 5 pounds. But just not getting on the scale, you know, that doesn't work for me. Number 2, how will you boost your confidence beforehand? Try reflecting on a non-scale victory since your last weigh-in and pump yourself up with music or relax with a few deep, mindful breaths. Well, I'm trying to do some deep, mindful breaths, but with my cold, it's a little hard sometimes. But I don't need to pump myself up. I really don't. I just get on there and just know I either had a really good week or a really bad week, and I kind of know what the scale's going to say before I get on it. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised, like I was today, 5 pounds. I was very surprised with that. I was hoping for 2 pounds. I really was hoping for 2 pounds. So to see 5 pounds, that really boosted my confidence in myself and my plan, and know that whatever I did last week seemed to work, and I will do it again this week. The third thing they tell you to do is, what will you say to yourself when you track your weight in the app? Put the number in perspective. The scale is just one measure. And consider encouraging words like, I am strong, or keep on keeping on. I always put my number in every week. I have it all the way from when I first started on December 31st, 2016. I have every weekly weigh-in. Whether I've shared them with you or not, I have got on the scale. A couple times I will say that I did not get on the scale. If I was on vacation, obviously I don't bring a scale with me when I go on vacation, so there's no weigh-ins for those weeks. And then when I'm doing really, really poorly, I don't weigh myself. So I would say for the 5 years, 6 years, was it? 6 years that I've been going to Weight Watchers, if I was to total how many times that I never got on the scale, it's probably maybe 30 times, if that, you know, because I need to see the number. I just need to see the number because I can't live in denial. And nobody likes to see it. When I was getting so close to getting into the next set of digits, that's when I really stopped getting on the scale. And that really was my downfall. Because if I was getting close, I thought, well, I won't get on it because I think I'm in it. And then I would relax, and then I would definitely get into it. So I have to get the mindset back that I need to get on that scale every week and face the music no matter what. And the fourth thing is, what health-promoting action will you do afterward? It can be as simple as drinking a glass of water or going for a short walk, or to prep or pre-track your next meal. Like I said, I've been doing a menu plan. I did one last week. I did one again this week. Just as a guideline to know how many points, to give me somewhat of a suggestion of what I want to eat that day. I've been for so long, just whatever I feel like eating that day when I wake up is what I eat. And this past week I followed a plan and it worked. You know, the proof was right there, 5 pounds. So, and after I weigh myself I just don't feel like I need to reward myself. I mean, I feel very happy that I lost 5 pounds, but the way I'm going to reward myself is to continue on the plan that I had last week and work for it next week. Now, I know my body. I had a 5 pound loss this week. I am going to work as hard as I can to have a ½ pound loss next week. I'm in the reality world of knowing that this was just kind of a fluke. I was sick. I wasn't eating properly for the whole month of December. So my body kind of was rewarding me, but now it's going to kind of like slack back a little bit. And I have to realize that all this week, that no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to stay on track with the whole purpose of knowing that next week I'm going to lose at least a ½ pound. That's my goal for next week, is a ½ pound. If I have more like I did this week, it'll just be a nice, pleasant surprise, because this was really a nice surprise. Great way to start the week out. Things that they tell you to do is to write out your action plan. Put the day, the time, the location that you're going to weigh yourself, which I told you mine is on Monday mornings at 10:30. And before you step on the scale, you will accept the results. I'm going to accept the results of what it was, because really the scale really doesn't lie. If you really do try your best and you don't lose weight, that doesn't mean that just because the scale didn't reflect it, you know in your mind, you really know that you did well, and that for some reason that your body's just hanging on to it. Like I said, with me being sick this last week, I really didn't expect a huge loss, because I figured my body was going to hold on to as many little army buddies in my cells and stuff that they could, my fat cells and all that, just to fight off the infection. But I guess they had some reserves that came up from the rear that helped them out to get me better off. The next thing is, when I track my weight, I'll say to myself, you know, I'm really proud of how well I did this week. I really am proud. I really got my mindset back. I really have my whole determination back. I know I've said this many times in the past, but I really do feel that this time is different. I just know that one of the reasons I think I know this is different is I have not been this sick. I couldn't tell you in how long. I can't even remember the last time I've been this sick. Tomorrow it'll be 3 weeks officially that I've been sick with a cold, whatever it is that I have. I've always, if I've ever gotten sick in the past, was better within 5 days. So I know that there's a lot of viruses going around that are really even worse off than they were years ago. And I know our resistance are down because we wear masks and so we're not exposed to the germs anymore. I realize all of that. But I also realize I wasn't eating healthy. And, you know, like if I know all these other things, if I know that the germs are out there, if I know that the mask has kind of lowered my germ resistance, then why did I not eat properly just to kind of combat that? Because the fact that I ate so poorly for so long, and especially in December, is one of the reasons this grabbed hold of me and just doesn't want to leave. It likes me. It really, really likes me. And I wish it didn't like me so much. I wish it would just leave. But I'm doing everything I can to feel better. And the last thing they do is what I'll do right after weighing in is realize that whatever the number says, if I had a gain and I knew that I ate really well that week, I'll just realize that it's just my body reacting to something that I ate the previous day. If I have a great loss, I'm going to realize I did something right for the whole week. Not to say that you don't do something right even when you don't have a loss, but think about what you did different. I guess that would be a better way of putting it. Think of what you did differently the week before that caused you to have such a great weight loss. And I do think that the thing that I did different this past week was I really tracked and paid attention. I did change up my eating habits a little bit. You can watch my daily vlog because I am showing my food again. I think showing my food is making a difference. I think the way I'm eating is making a difference. And I think the times of the day that I'm eating is really making a difference too. Okay, let's dive a little deeper. Even if you want to step on the scale regularly, we get that it's not always easy. Aside from simply forgetting, I don't know how anybody can forget, you might put it off, you're nervous the number will go up. Or perhaps you've hit a plateau and don't want to see the same number again and again and again. That's the ostrich effect in human nature. I completely understand that because I have reached in all these 6 years many plateaus, and they are very, very discouraging because you do everything you're supposed to do and then your body just doesn't want to release it. And then you're fooled into the fact that sometimes you get so disgusted with yourself that you just go off the rails and eat whatever you want. And then the following week, you lose a lot of weight. That's not my case this week. I ate really healthy this previous week. But I think that then we fool ourselves into thinking, well, you know, I can go back into my old way of eating because when I was eating healthy, I wasn't losing weight. But as soon as I went back to my old way of eating, I lost weight. No, your body was just ready to release it at that particular time. And you just got to remember that. And don't fall back into the old habits of eating the wrong way. And the ostrich effect is the tendency to bury your head in the sand to avoid potentially unpleasant information or feelings. We all do that in all aspects of life. Sometimes we just think, if I don't think about it, it'll just go away. If I don't want to do this, I just won't do it. Sometimes you just got to face the reality and get your head out of the sand and face the bull head on and just, know that you can do better. Creating a routine that addresses the common challenges and fears associated with weight tracking can help you stick with it. That's the key that says science tells us that weighing yourself regularly can help you lose more weight and keep it off. I agree with that because I think that if you weigh yourself on a regular basis, then you have a gauge of how well you're doing or how poorly you're doing either way. Tracking your weight makes you more aware of how your choices and behavior impact your progress. Doing it frequently takes the pressure off any single day or number so you can see trends and the big picture, rather than focus on normal and insignificant fluctuations. These are all things that can help you find success in the new year and on this journey as a whole. Like I said, I don't weigh myself every day because your weight does fluctuate every day. That's why I like to weigh at the same time on the same day every week. There's a lot of people that weigh every day, and it works for them, and more power to them. And if you're one of these people, I'm so proud of you because you can do it. I can't do it. I guess I'm not strong enough in my mind to face a number that doesn't show a great loss when it should. So I think weighing myself once a week works for me. And whatever works for you is what works. So you got to do what works for you. The Success Registry members are 17.3 times more likely to weigh themselves weekly or more frequently compared to those with obesity in the study's weight stable group. So it just shows you that weighing yourself does make a difference. Like I said, this is the 4 keys to weight loss. This is the second week. We can all do better. And like I said, 5 pounds, I'm really happy with that. How did you guys do? Did you guys do great? Are you tracking? I think that I was tracking before and I was doing well. You should point out that it's not just tracking, it's honest tracking. I tracked through the whole year of 2022. I tracked every single day. But did I do honest tracking? No, I really didn't. I would write down things that I would start with, but then when I'd eat something else, I wouldn't track it. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it didn't make a difference. Or, you know, or I would have like maybe 1 slice of toast. And then maybe later on, if I'm finishing my breakfast, I think, you know, I think I'd like a 2nd slice of toast. Well, then I didn't, you know, record the 2nd slice of toast. So honest tracking is what you need to do. And just create a routine that's going to work for you. I have a new routine now. I get up in the morning. I say my prayers in the morning before I get up, which has always been my habit. And then I eat a small snack, which is not a breakfast. It's just a snack. I have like a piece of fruit and an egg or something just to get my metabolism started for the day. I am not one of these people that can jump out of bed. Are you one of these people that can jump out of bed and eat breakfast right away? Because I am not. Jim is one of those people. He gets up right away and makes breakfast. I don't eat breakfast till about 3 or 4 hours after I've been awakened. And this past week, what I did was when I woke up, I had a small snack, like I said, like a piece of fruit, an egg, something like that, just to get my metabolism working. And then I did eat a breakfast, not every day a lunch, but I ate a lunch and a dinner. I obviously ate dinner every day. And if I had a snack at night, it was like a 0-point snack, like cucumbers or sugar-free Jell-O or something. But I do think that doing that really made the difference for me. And I think it'll make the difference for me in the future too. So honest tracking and weighing myself once a week and staying accountable to myself and to everybody that follows me on YouTube is going to be my plan for success for this year. Like I said, my word for the year is fierce. I'm going at this fierce, like a lion. I'm just... or a lioness, because the lioness is the one that does all the hunting while the lion just lays around waiting for the lioness to come back with the kill. So I'm the lioness. I'm going to be fierce this year. And I'm going to reach that first summit. Like I said, I have not set a time limit for it, but I'm going to lose 17.5 pounds. I'm 5 pounds into my journey, 12.5 to go. When it gets off, no hurry. But I'm working on it. So, but if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Hopefully I see you on my daily vlog, but if not, let's meet back up again next week and see how I did again next week. Talk to you guys soon.